Hiya, I'm outside for a change because it's not particularly warm today. It's quite windy and cold, but it's just so lovely to be out in the fresh air, and I try to take every opportunity I can to go for a very small stroll, or even if it's just doing a little bit of weeding. I'm very limited to what I can do, but my walking is quite good at the moment, and I've been trying to do a little bit every day. So there's a song that I really love at the moment. I've got my little paper because I forget things. Little Nas, Old Town, and I just love it. It's very country and western with rap, so it's quite a unique sound. I've been binge watching on Netflix, The Crown. Me and Kitty have watched seasons 1 and 2, all one after the other, and it never appealed to me because I wouldn't say that I'm a great fan of the royal family or would be that interested in Queen Elizabeth, but it's really given me an insight to how she has, dedicated her life to this concept of royalty, and the battle that she's had with, royalties diminishing in the eyes of the public. And so I absolutely love that. And I started to watch a new season. I can't remember the name of it, but basically it's about a girl. She's about 18, 19, and she has a heart attack, and another teen's heart is put in her body, and she starts getting these visions and feeling differently to how she's used to feeling, and it's very, very creepy and atmospheric, and I'm going to give that a good go. So reading wise, I've just started The Cruel Prince, and I'm not blown away with the first sort of couple of chapters, but I think it's going to get better and better as I go into the book. But for book club, one of the ladies chose Jeffrey Archer, and we have just read a Jeffrey Archer, Cain and Abel, which I read when I was in my teens, and I just wasn't that keen when I read it the second time round. It just seemed a little bit naff. But all the other girls in book club absolutely loved it. I was the only one, I was the odd one out. So what else have I done this week? Me and Kitty, she's my youngest daughter, 19, nearly 19. We went to Zizzi's. I've never been into Zizzi's before, but they've got a fantastic vegan menu. And it was just so nice to be out somewhere new amongst different people. I think I have a habit of going to the same places because I know that I'm confident there with, because I have a lot of balance issues and I sway, and I get easily confused, and once I go somewhere a few times, the staff get used to me and they kind of look after me a little bit. So going new places is exciting, but sometimes it has its limitations. But we really had a good giggle, a glass of wine, and it was just nice to have some girl time. I've had my hair cut since I last did a vlog. So yeah, my fringe is a lot shorter now, it's much better. And I'm going to the House of Lords next Tuesday because it's to do with my condition, myelopathy. It's now a registered charity, and when you have a registered charity, there's like an official presentation, and it's got to be done by a lord. And so I've no idea really what's exactly going to happen, but it's an evening kind of reception thing. So I'm putting on the dress that I wore at Christmas. It's very rarely is there ever a dress on my body. I like to be covered head to toe, but I always coordinate. See, yellow cardi, and oh, you can't see them. Oh, and I've got yellow shoes, and I always do that. Pink cardi, I've got pink shoes, because I can't wear high heels, or I can't wear any type of shoe really other than a trainer. I tend to try and pick, like, not Vans because they're too expensive, but like the Primark version in like all different colours. So if I wear pink, I've got nice pink ones. I'm very colour coordinated. I just think that sort of happens as you get older sometimes. I'm turning into like a little old woman with all my funny little colours. But yeah, I am happier. I mean, mentally, I feel in such a better place than I was, say, 6 months ago, where I just don't know what was happening to me. I really was. I felt so depressed. I felt so trapped in my little house. And it's obviously a winter thing because, you know, once the ground is icy and it's cold, it's a lot harder, and I suffer more because it's like an arthritic condition what I have, and so my bones are in a really bad place. And on top of that, I have this thing called fibromyalgia, which basically makes you feel like you've been run over by a bus. It feels that bad, and it wakes me up, and sometimes I can be up at 3 a.m, 5 a.m. And I'm just feeling so happy at the moment. I'm getting out and about. You know, my husband was saying, oh, will you make it to, you know, it's Westminster, will you make it down there, getting on the tubes? And I thought, yeah, I will make it down there, because I've made a decision that come hell or high water, I am going to the House of Lords, because I've never been there, and I haven't been in central London for about 10 years. And I'm just, from now on, I'm not saying I can't do. I'm just saying I can do, and if I have to take loads of tramadol and morphine and oxycodone to get me there, well, now I'm going to take it. You know, I've never done drugs, so I don't think it's going to hurt me at kind of 50 if I start taking, you know, prescription drugs. I'm sure I'll be fine. And so that's my new rule. Be brave. Use medication to cope with pain. Don't say you can't do something. Try and do your very best. And that way, my daughter works in Soho, and I want to go up there in a couple of weeks, meet her for lunch. It's got such nice vibes when you're in a London, and you know, there's so much to choose from in terms of vegan restaurants and stuff. So I'm definitely going to do that as well, and hit the cinema, because I'd like to see Endgame. I think it makes a big difference when you see films like that on the big screen. So I think that's it. Yeah, I'm trying to get more followers on my Instagram, which is Gertrude.t. And I'm learning every day. Like, I don't even know how to tag somebody, but my daughter's going to show me later on how to tag things and how to link, say, my Facebook and my Instagram and all that to like my vlogs as well. But I'm going to do a blog later on today, so watch this space. But everybody, I hope in terms of your mental health, especially if you're a young one, that you're looking after yourself, and you know, don't feel pressurized into doing things. If you feel it's too much, say no. It's easier to say no now than struggle later on, as I have learned. It's taken me a long, many years to learn how to say no. That's it for now. Bye, guys.